Have you ever wondered what communism is? Today I'll explain it in the simplest way. Communism is a political and economic ideology where the means of production are owned and controlled by the community as a whole rather than by private individuals. The goal is to create a classless society where everyone shares resources equally. This is more like a textbook definition, right? Let me explain it in a simple words. Communism is an idea where all property, factories, and farms are owned by everyone together. Nobody is rich or poor, everyone shares everything equally. In a communist system, goods and services are produced based on what the community needs rather than what an individual can afford. If I have to explain you with a simple example, let's say there are 10 apples. In communism, the apples are divided equally. Every person gets one apple if there are 10 people. Nobody can say, I have 5 apples and you have none. Why people thought communism was a good idea? Because they wanted everyone to be happy and no one to feel poor or left out. Let's understand some historical context of communism. Communism emerged as a response to the inequalities and injustice of capitalism during the Industrial Revolution in 19th century. But what is capitalism? Capitalism is an economic system where individuals and businesses own property and resources and they produce goods and services for profit with minimal government control. This is confusing, right? Let's talk about this in another video. Just think that capitalism is a system where only few people they produce goods and service for profit rather than distributing between people. Communism gained popularity with Karl Marx and Friedrich Engel's writings, particularly the Communist Manifesto in 1848. Then it became famous by some popular leaders like Lenin, Stalin, etc., who implemented communist policies in early 20th century. You know what? At one time, about 1/3 of the world's population lived under communist governments. But ever wondered why communism, which once inspired so many countries, is now much less popular? First, in many communist countries, the economy struggled. Since everyone got the same reward no matter how hard they worked, people lost motivation. What was the result? There was less production, shortage of goods, and poor living conditions. Second, communist government controlled everything: media, job, even personal life. People had little freedom to speak or choose their leaders. Meanwhile, capitalistic countries showed more economic growth, innovation, and personal freedom. Many started believing capitalism was more practical. And when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, it showed the world that communism wasn't working at a big level. After that, many countries today, communism is the official form of government in only 5 countries: China, North Korea, Laos, Cuba, and Vietnam. However, none of these meet the true definition of communism. Instead, we can say that they are in a transitional stage between the end of capitalism and the establishment of communism. So, this is about communism. I hope I have explained you in a simplest way as possible. Thank you all.